So it was interesting. South Park, which by the way has been having an excellent season because this is the first time they've actually had continuity episode to episode for the most part, and it's
Right.
actually worked out very, very humorously, especially with Randy's character being the Lord, the singer. How do you say it? Lord? It's just Lord.
I don't know. I haven't watched any of this season, including this episode. But I mean, I do like Randy in general as a character.
So basically, the running gag season, he's been the singer Lord, like it's been him, and so they've used it to good effect in many episodes, and they've even been referencing past little things like Butters got suspended in one episode. They actually referenced it the next episode. They've never really done that before in South Park. They've usually been very self-contained, not really going back, and now they've been doing it, and it's actually worked out. This is the advantage of them having usually split 7 episodes every 6 months. This is 10 once a year. They've been doing the past year, so I think they've had a better chance to plan these out, and it's been better results because of that. So PewDiePie, the number one YouTuber, like 30 million subscribers, does quote unquote humorous Let's Plays. He appeared in the last South Park episode, and it was basically a commentary on how it wasn't an attack. It was almost like neutral. Matt and Trey didn't really attack the phenomenon of Let's Plays. They were more neutral on understanding that younger generation and to younger in South Park are like the kindergarten first graders versus Stan and Kyle and Cartman and Kenny, who are 4th graders. So that's their differentiation there.
Because I did hear that one of the main things was Ike was I believe focal in this episode, and he for whatever reason he enjoyed watching people play games more so than he did actually playing the game.
That was one of the messages, how Stan and Kyle couldn't believe that. Why would you not want to play a video game versus watching others play a video game?
That's my problem with them.
So they touched on, it was almost like Stan and Kyle were looked at from the kindergarten first graders as old men. They were like talked down to like you are almost like the elderly, not understanding this is how we get entertainment. So it was interesting because again, they weren't attacking PewDiePie. It was South Park saying that we understand there's this generational thing going on. This is a new entertainment sort of medium for these younger people. We may think it's dumb, but they think it's cool. And that's where they basically left it, which is fair enough. Because if we don't understand the appeal of it, it's a huge phenomenon maybe to younger people. That makes it sound old, but that's really what it comes down to.
Right.
Which there's not much more to say about it besides in the episode, Cartman was trying to be his own PewDiePie character. And actually right now is the episode part 2, which is the season finale. So if you watch this on YouTube, we're recording this on Wednesday, December 10th. So that's why it's new to you, but it's old to everyone else. So it'd be interesting to see what direction they take that, with Cartman being put in a position of power and getting popular on YouTube. But to him, he's actually commenting on watching, basically going around with like almost like a GoPro, or on his phone recording people talking about how dumb PewDiePie and Let's Plays is, and is Cartman commenting on that commentating. So it's almost like a meta thing. So it's cool, it's cute. But this leads me into the YouTube Rewind, which I think is only been going on the past couple of years, where it's a heavily well-produced and funded YouTube venture, which is Google, to sort of throw all their bigger channels into the mix into like a 3-4 minute video and sort of work the memes of the year into like a funny sort of like quick way, almost like a music video, working in all the bigger channels. My pal Kevin Lieber, who runs Vsauce 2, he appears in it for a couple seconds. PewDiePie's in there. And honestly, I didn't recognize 95% of them, but they're all huge YouTubers. I think Smosh was in there, the Fine Brothers, who we discussed. Which leads me to this sort of point about this YouTube Rewind, how there is already a generational gap between quote-unquote the big YouTube stars and everyone else, because it jumps from, these big YouTube stars are mostly, let's say their average age is early 20s, maybe mid-20s.
Sure.
It jumps from them to Stephen Colbert and Conan O'Brien. And these are not YouTube stars. They're on YouTube, but they just use YouTube to get their medium out. So you have a gap between these huge guys. These are huge TV stars with talk shows in their late 40s going into 50s and early 20s. And there's like this weird sort of like in-between part where, like, if you look at YouTube, at least the big stars, there's no one like late 20s going to 30s, into 40s, into 50s and on. It doesn't exist there. Now, of course, YouTube is only as a sort of practical new media venue, I want to say 4 to 5 years old in terms of it being established as, superstardom. Maybe even only 3.5 years.
Sure.
It's just an interesting. I'm not sure where I'm going with this, but it's very interesting to see that that's how it's playing out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's like we're old for YouTube to be YouTube stars. We're too old for it. Just an acknowledgement. That's just how it's looking at this point.